The No Fate channel, checking in. And this episode of the Supplement Review is specifically dedicated to all of you busy go-getters out there. You know who you are, you scientists, you engineers, you business owners, you entrepreneurs, you people with a side hustle. Hey, all you parents out there that are getting your job done and schooling your children, even you students who are trying to just get by. Many of you got a side job, a side hustle. This review is specifically for you because on this episode of the Supplement Review, I'm reviewing from nutrabio.com their MRP, their meal replacement powder. And for many of you, when you think of meal replacement, if you are a fan of Charlton Heston, if you're a fan of some of the movies from the 70s, you often will think of Soylent Green and that famous line when he said, Soylent Green is people. But the reality is, NutraBio's MRP is not people. It is a meal replacement powder specifically for those of you on the go. Because when things get busy, two things often happen. One, you just downright forget to eat, and that pushes all the way through until finally you either overload on some unhealthy food or you just don't hit your normal macros and your body suffers. Or two, you remember to eat, but you're so busy, you end up throwing down that nasty, gnarly protein bar, or you end up going through a drive-through just to get something in your stomach quick that you don't have to cook for yourself. NutraBio's MRP is the bridge that is going to help you kind of cross that threshold so that when you are hungry and you're on the go and you just don't have time to cook, let alone sometimes we don't even have time to chew, you can go with their MRP. First and foremost, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. On this series, I review a supplement on every episode to help you decide if it is right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, that hard-earned money. And your hard-earned money is probably more important in 2020 than ever before. So if you're not a new subscriber, you already know I am a huge NutraBio fanboy. But why? Why am I a big, just a fan of all of their supplements? And the reality is, for many reasons. Let's get into it real quick. They make their own supplements. Believe it or not, probably the majority of supplement companies out there don't make their own supplements. What does that mean? It means that they have consistency between batches. It means that they are able to provide a 100% transparent label and hold themselves accountable. They are third-party tested on the bottom of every bottle. You can go online and see how that product got tested by a third party. They are made not only in a GMP facility, they're made in a GMP inspected facility. So literally the top tier of supplement companies, both with what they're delivering and making sure that what's on the label is in the bottle. So let's get into their MRP. I reviewed their vanilla in a previous version. It was absolutely delicious. I mean, usually when I think of vanilla, I think of plain and boring. And this thing knocked it out of the park in so many right ways. And it was just like no other vanilla I have tried. So I have high hopes for their chocolate milkshake, but the bar is set very high. How many flavors does it come in? It comes in 2 flavors, vanilla, as I mentioned, and chocolate milkshake. And in a second, I'm gonna open this thing up and we are gonna do a taste test. But let's get into what's in the bottle. One bottle, 18 servings. One serving is 2 scoops, 61.94 grams. Yep, all the way down to the 100th of a gram. That's how accurate NutraBio is with their products. It delivers 5 grams of fat. Keep in mind, this is going to be a meal replacement. 5 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbohydrates, and of those carbohydrates, you've got 5 grams of fiber and less than 1 gram of sugar. So you're getting your carbs in, but they are from a great source. Let's quickly talk about where that some of those 26 grams of carbs come from. We said fiber for 5 grams, less than 1 gram of sugar, but the rest of that comes from highly branched cyclic dextrin, my favorite carbohydrate substitute. Why? It clears your gut quickly, meaning there's no discomfort in your stomach, but it digests slowly. It's low glycemic. It's not going to spike your insulin. So literally top tier of what you would want in a meal replacement powder. As far as protein, 25 grams of protein, and that protein comes from whey protein isolate and then casein protein. So it is a nice split, giving you that quick digestion with the isolate, and then that slower, longer digestion with the casein, allowing you to feel fuller longer and making sure that your body is getting those nutrients delivered over a longer period of time. And the other thing that this is, because it is a meal replacement powder, there's all of these vitamins and minerals that are stacked in. I'm going to put the ingredients label up here. I want to keep this video as short as possible to get you busy go-getters on your way. Let's get into the taste, and then we'll talk about the cost, and then go over, again, who this is probably going to be right for. As you can see, I am a NutraBio fanboy. I got their bottle. The only thing I didn't wear was my NutraBio shirt that I got off their clearance rack. In terms of the breakdown between protein, carbs, and fat, it is a 40-40-20 split, 40 carbs, 40 protein, and 20% fats. Let's find that scoop. Oh, it's on top. Money. All right, a pretty decent scooper size here, but again, it's gonna be a meal replacement. So the idea is, you know, the middle of the day comes, you're coding, and you don't want to go get some food, or you know that if you go have a big sandwich while you're coding, while you're working on computer work or anything, it's going to slow you down, it's going to make you lethargic. You pop one of these, or if you're on the road, I know so many people are working out of their car, they're on the go, cops, firefighters, all these people that are just on the go, don't have time to, you know, pull out a container of food and eat it because they're driving from one spot to the next. Give it the pour test. Those are some of the ice cubes I put in there. Most importantly, the taste test. Yeah, that's good, man. It does taste like a chocolate milkshake. So the picture on the bottle makes it look like a chocolate milkshake with that little chocolate swirl on top. It's good. I'm not usually even a fan of chocolate, but it doesn't just taste like chocolate. You get that milkshake feeling. You get that kind of that milky taste on the back end of it. And it's not like an aftertaste. It's like that nice milky finish of a chocolate milkshake. It's good. Now, which do I like better, the chocolate milkshake or the vanilla? And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's a tough call, but I love the vanilla. I mean, I was over the moon with the vanilla because it was such a distinct and better vanilla than any of the other vanillas that I've tried out there. I'm a big fan of the vanilla. So that one's going to win the day over the chocolate milkshake. So even though vanilla is going to win out of these two flavors, I'm certainly not kicking chocolate milkshake out of bed. This is definitely a good chocolate milkshake. It mixed very well. I used ice water with a whisking ball inside here as I do all of my reviews, and nice even pour and really nice taste. So what does NutraBio's MRP cost per serving? If you head over to their website, nutrabio.com, use my code NOFATE24777. I do get a kickback, full disclosure, and like NutraBio, 100% transparency on this channel. If you use that code, you get 10% off the entire website, and you can get this down to $2.05 per serving. Yes, I did the math because your money matters. But if you consider the fact that it's going to be replacing an entire meal or even a snack, you're probably going to be well under what you normally pay per that meal or snack. So certainly $2.05 per serving isn't nothing, but considering what it's going to be replacing, it is a savings on top of what you normally would be paying. Now, when would you be using this? For me, when I'm on the go, when I am just too busy to eat, or when I am in the thick of things with the computers and don't want a whole meal that's going to just kind of weigh me down and slow me down. For many of you, I think you're going to find, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if your life is as crazy as mine, hell, if your life is half as crazy as mine, I think you're going to find that this is going to be a good, quick substitute when you got to throw the kids in the car and go somewhere, but you realize you haven't eaten all morning. Hey, I happen to think it's a great product, and the taste is there as well. Again, my favorite is vanilla, but chocolate milkshake, definitely a close second. If you've got any questions regarding NutraBio's meal replacement powder, drop them in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below as well if you've seen Soylent Green, and if you're familiar with that famous line, Soylent Green is people. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.